twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cotted Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
Hey.
Moving on up.
3 more points. Get them however you can.
To a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving up. We're moving on up that table.
With a bunch of the kids on the pitch again. So that's good. I'm happy with that.
I thought he would rotate a little more, but I'm glad he didn't. Aubameyang's the only change. And let's talk about Aubameyang. Let's get it.
He's just not.
Everything
is just blah.
Yeah.
I just like his shots on goal are just not even really on.
Can't get involved in the attack at all. The first half, just rarely, not really doing anything, not doing much.
Yeah.
One of the things that I notice is when Lacazette plays, he comes deeper to receive the ball. His link-up play is better. Fighting for balls in the air are better. And his distribution to start the attack, when he comes and gets it deep, is better. But he does that because he's not getting the ball any other way. So he's just trying to get involved in the game.
It's called being hungry.
Right.
And like being determined that he's going to get in the game somehow and
start and do something. Exactly. And you just don't get that.
I've been saying for a few weeks now, right? As it is now, it's all about effort for me. If you got the effort and you're putting it out, then you should be out there playing, because we got too many guys not.
Exactly. And that's the main difference between him and Abba. And when Laca came in the second half and you see Aubameyang get to that left-hand side, he looked a little more comfortable, like he knows that's where he belongs,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I see. And
the difference too, like I had to let that sink in for a couple weeks, because you've been saying that for a little bit. Like Laca comes deeper, he comes back deeper to get the ball to try to link up,
right.
And
he'll spring a ball out wide.
And Abba's run is actually exactly the opposite, trying to slide in front of a defender to see if he can receive a ball and maybe try to get behind somebody. So he doesn't even come back at all.
No.
But with the youth, I think Laca's style is just way more suitable, because Martinelli and Saka will make that run when Laca comes deep to get the ball.
Right.
And we're more dangerous that way,
That you saw it again today. He made he came deep. Laca came deep to get a ball, and he kicked it out wide to Laca. It was a 1-2 from the middle of the pitch, and it kind of sprung things. And it's kind of like what Tottenham do with Harry Kane. They bring him deep. He gets the ball to spring Son.
Yes.
And if you're playing if you're gonna play down the middle as a striker, you have to do more. He's not good in the air. He doesn't fight for balls in the air. I just don't know. I just don't really know what's going on.
Like you
with
said, even with Laca, when Laca leaves his feet, he knows he's not getting it 95% of the time.
Right.
But, he's going to put a body on somebody. He's going to he's just going to disrupt the whole thing enough to try to get something done,
The perfect example of that was late in the game. Somebody lumped the ball to him. He controls it with his chest. He posts up the guy, controls it with his chest, and brings it down, and tries to keep tries to play keep away over in that corner, does a great job. A few minutes later, Aubameyang's in the same situation, can't bring it down, can't keep it, goal kick for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on with him. It doesn't look like the passion's there, or the hunger. And,
Yeah, I mean, if Coach Arteta is just like feeling like he needs to work his way out of this slump, I mean, I guess I can understand that thinking, but I don't know how long you go with that. Like,
Right.
when there are other guys clearly getting more shots on goal, like, I mean, giving you more than he is.
Yeah, he missed a sitter today.
Yeah.
On a
It wasn't easy, but I mean, he got a full boot on it. He just didn't put it away.
Yeah, no, it was a good save, but at the same time, last year he's putting those away.
Yeah.
He got in great position. I think Saka made that pass too. I think he was over on that left-hand side and made that pass to him. Speaking of Saka, another tremendous game by the kid, right, left, wherever.
Yeah.
I like what he's been doing these last couple of weeks. It seems like he's been a little more aggressive, a little more forward, and like he's really trying to go at fools.
He's taking it at defenders,
right?
And Lord knows we've needed that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've needed that for years, really. But he's such a refreshing. And Martinelli's game too. He's game to take it on a defender too.
Yeah, on the goal, Laca comes in. I think it was time for him to come in. It was strange that he took out Martinelli instead of Alba, but Martinelli with the injuries coming back, I can kind of understand it. But Saka gets the ball, like you said, shows the strength to hold that defender off and turn him and get running, and then he passed that ball with his right foot, right to Lacazette, who was composed. Took an extra touch, set it up, and scored a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
Just an all-around nice,
It's it's just like it's already amazing that he could turn the guy like that. But the vision, picking out the right pass, putting it on the money, and I mean, hey, nice goal by Laca.
Yeah.
When you see the replay from the reverse angle,
yeah,
he had to pick that shot out, and he put it down there in the bottom corner. Like,
yeah, I was thinking maybe go far post on that one, but he went near post.
Yeah.
He saw the replay, and he just got it in there. But yeah, Saka. Somebody tweeted, I forget who it was, but somebody said he's a generational talent, and I'm starting to think so. Like, he doesn't really do, he's one of those players when you watch him play, he doesn't really do anything wrong.
I'm going to tell you what, man, during the game today, he had a little spell where he kind of got sloppy with possession a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I mean, he quickly just like that's the willingness that I'm talking about. Like, he quickly just continued to hustle and like worked his way out of it. And then he started taking fools on and started, it was like.
Yeah. The first half, the team passing the ball around in the first half was just so slow. Like, and, a lot of, that midfield with El Nini and Xhaka, like.
Well, I'll say, you know what? The people that want to rewatch that do rewatch games and stuff until the next one comes or whatever.
Right.
If they look at it, I'm telling you, the first 10 to 15 minutes, I was looking at a lot of like one-touch passing. Everybody received the ball, moved it. Received the ball, moved it.
Right. We came out.
We didn't penetrate hella deep, but we were moving the ball so well, I felt comfortable. And then it just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great point. The first 10 to 15 minutes of the game, we were moving, we were passing the ball quickly, and we weren't creating too many chances, but we were a threat. We were in control of the game. The ball was in their end a lot, and the passing game looked nice. And then after that, like you said, it just died down. And I think that has a lot to do with, Xhaka and El Nini. Like, they don't want to take a chance. As far as passing the ball forward or trying to slip it through to somebody, the angle we have watching the games on TV, I don't know who's making runs or anything, but it's got to be somebody. It's got to be somebody.
Several times today I saw Martinelli trying to make kind of like a little inside run.
Yes.
Some of them I don't think were necessarily a great thing, but the kid is just like, hey man, we're not doing anything, so I'm gonna run. I'm running, like throw it up there. Let's see what happens. He's
a hard worker, busy player. I saw him a lot too, just trying to go in and out, just do anything to get the ball. But Xhaka and El Nini will not pass the ball forward when they have opportunities to. Like you can see it, you're like, man, pass it, and then it goes sideways or back, and it's like, wow.
I mean, the ball, the pass to Xhaka has to be set up perfectly for him to make a decision that I'm going to try to swing this on forward now.
Right.
But usually, like, if he doesn't get that ball received exactly how he wants, then it's going back.
Yeah. And even if you're going to do that, just you can make that decision quicker. You know what I mean? Like, pass it quicker. Okay, you want to pass it sideways or back? Get it and pass it back. Let's get the ball moving. Let's try to break them down with some quick passes.
Yeah.
And Tyranny's always out there for Xhaka. He's like, it's a nice little security blanket if he wanted to kind of pass it out wide to the, Tyranny and get something going that way. But most of the time, he's just, we're desperate. I can't wait for Partey to come back and play with the likes of Smith-Rowe, Martinelli, and Laca. Because
Partey was showing frustration at times where he was just looking for runs. He's like, I got the ball. Somebody, where is, that was in our pointing days when we were doing a whole lot of pointing on the pitch. Like, hey.
Right. Yeah, what I like about Partey when I did see him play, there was always an attempt to pass the ball forward. Somehow, some way, he'd do that I call it the African stanky leg, and just kind of
the little whip pass.
Right. Do something. So yeah, I heard he's coming back soon, so that's good news.
So I texted that thing about Xhaka during the game because he adamantly told. It might have been Tierney or it might have been Smith-Rowe who had tracked all the way back to help out, or something was going on, whatever. And it was clearly if you look up the pitch, I'm sure it's worth taking a shot at somebody running. I know Martinelli. He was running, I'm sure.
Right.
And Xhaka threw his hands up, told the guy pass it back to the goalie, and then stepped out of the way so he could see that angle to pass it back when there was nothing in front of him. There wasn't. It's just in their heads all right, set up. Everybody set up. Let's get ready. All right, formation. Okay, now we're gonna move forward. It's dude.
Right.
Come on, man. Let's take a shot sometimes, man.
That's what a counterattack is all about.
Yeah.
Making that decision and going for it.
It's those situations when you kind of come out of a scramble,
right.
And if you can come out of that, take a look. Somebody's out. I know they're open. Take that shot.
Today was a game where Bellerin looked very frail. He was matched up again. They would lump it to that Brazilian Balogo, Afro, whoever he was, and he would win every header.
Oh yeah.
And then they've matched him up with the biggest guy on Brighton on set pieces. Just really weird.
Yeah,
really weird. He held his own, but his days.
He just I don't know. I just thinking he's out there on the wing. These guys that he has to play against,
it's a mismatch.
He can't be light in the ass. You can't be light in the ass playing that position anymore.
Right.
No more. They're not Messi size.
Right.
They're Adam Traore.
He's lost weight.
And Saint Maximum and shit. These dudes that are huge and shit. It's even Grealish is probably got 40 pounds on him, man.
Yeah, it's a
Well, maybe not 40. He probably got 25 on him, though.
It's worrisome. It's worrisome.
Yeah. I'm just not sure, like, physically how he just, and I mean, all the lovers of Bellerin are going to tell you about how he tracked back and saved that one shot.
No, yeah, he did. He didn't play bad. I was just noticing the fact that physically he's outmatched a lot during the game.
Yeah.
Like physically. Like,
matter of fact, I thought of this question. Okay. There's your question right now. A chance to sell Bellerin coming up right now in January, or you hold on to him, and then how long do you hold on to him? If you're going to hold on to him, like, I mean, you think this is it? He's going to be the one for the next, like, 7 more years?
If anybody comes in for Bellerin, you sell him. Anybody.
I mean, I can't even guarantee you that somebody else comes in for his position. We'll just go with what we got. Cedric and Maitland-Niles.
Yeah, no problem.
Just
no.
It's just a no-brainer to me.
We're
like,
not
gonna opportunity comes in January, do it.
We're not gonna miss a beat with either one of those guys compared to what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which isn't a lot. And physically, he's being, he's just being outmanned.
Yeah.
He looks frail.
Yeah.
But I mean, he didn't play bad today. It is a struggle for, like, when Saka plays over there on the left with Tierney, they got a nice chemistry. Tierney knows exactly what to do. And when Saka's on the right, he really doesn't get that from Bellerin. He gets it when Laca comes deep and, kicks it out to him. Let's talk about Smith-Rowe. It's a shame he hasn't been playing all season as far as in the Premiership. The kid looks good. Nice touches, nice little passes. He's smart. You can see he gets it.
Yeah.
He understands what he's supposed to be doing. And there was a couple times throughout the game where he'd get the ball and you'd see him turn around and go for it, move forward, push the team forward and try to do something. So, and the way things have been going, you think about Arteta and some of his, his man management and, he should have been playing more this year based on how we're struggling.
Definitely. Kind of related, like you were saying about how, like, a couple of times you just get the ball and go.
Right.
I remember one of them kind of like I was talking about with, like, when you get a ball in traffic and there's like a scrum and then you just pop out of there with it. Like, that's not a time to stop and, like, try to compose yourself and find a sideways or a back pass. It's time to go. And, like, right. he gets that. Like, he came out of a couple, like, they challenged for a header. The ball came down. Somehow he got the ball. He was like, let's go. Let's go. Like, that's when you got to counter. Like,
there was a couple incidences where he showed tremendous balance to stay on his feet, get by a guy, slip a pass. I mean, we need that. Yeah. We don't when he's not out there, we don't have that. We don't have William. Everything stops. He just wants to put in crosses to Aubameyang. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's not going to work out. So we'll see how it goes. But I mean, I thought
he played really well. There's no reason that the way he played should be getting him out of the lineup. I mean, I'm not saying, of course, he's going to start every single game, but I mean, God, it feels like he should be, like, the hit. I mean, he should be on the sheet, man.
Right. He's our attacking midfielder. He's our number. He's in that little slot right in the middle. The game he came in against Chelsea was a huge game, and he performed, and he's done it again today, 2 days later.
Yep.
So he'll probably get a rest next game.
Yeah.
And we'll really be able to see, what he brings to the team, because whoever comes in, whether it's Reese, is he hurt? He's probably still hurt, I think.
I heard last week, like, he just started full-time training again or something.
All right. So, yeah, William and Pepe will probably be playing next game. But we're playing against Big Sam,
Yeah.
So I don't West Brom. So I don't
What
know.
you got to do, boys, is lean on them. Lean on them.
I don't know if those are the two type of players you want playing against a Big Sam team that just lost, that just got blown out today 5-0 by Leeds. But yeah, all in all, a good win. We're moving up the table slowly but surely. Not a lot going on still as far as creating a lot of chances, but we're getting the goals now and we're keeping a clean sheet. Let's talk about the center back pairing. Yeah, you know.
I tell you what, this is the second game in a row that my reaction was, man, these Brazilian center backs. Right. I tell you what, man, Mari, right?
Yeah.
He's just, they love to pick out a pass, and I think he might be better than all of them at picking out a pass.
He's a big guy. He commands his area. His positioning is good, and like you said, he can distribute the ball.
He can distribute it, and he plays with the confidence. Like
he does.
He looks like a king out there, you know. It's just
great. He's got a great head of hair. He's tall, and he's just, you know.
In the meantime, Holding is just out there back heeling, flipping outside of the boot. Just,
I mean, people say a lot of bad, you know, people get down on Holding a lot, but I think Holding game by game is slowly gaining confidence and getting better out there. I really do. And those two together, I mean, there was no real, you know, iffy moments. Leno had one where he tried to take 3 touches and juggle off his knee and shit. But other than that, I mean, they were pretty solid. Those two were pretty solid. And
how about that Leno, huh?
I don't have anything. I can't.
Hey, to go along with that, 4 beautiful saves. You know,
right. I don't have anything bad to say about Leno anymore because I saw Runarson play. You know, in that I still call it the Carling Cup. Oh gosh, it's not the Carling Cup. He doesn't even know the name of the cup. I know. I still call it the Carling Cup because I don't know what caribou is. It's an animal, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But anyway,
caribou is carabao.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Look at
which
you.
Which is like, I think, an island.
You're like the guys online right now. It's actually pronounced carabao.
It's an island. I call it the Cocoa Puff Cup.
Right. For real. But yeah, I mean they're not now. Mari, you know, he's left-footed, so is Gabriel. So, you know, those two are battled out, and you'd have to still go with Gabriel. But I mean, if anything happens to Gabriel, or if he gets, you know,
but they Brazilian though, so you know, Mari can play on the right side and watch his right foot. Watch what he can do with that.
Right. But yeah, he's. I thought both of them. I thought those two, the pairing, you know, they've been great. I mean, I haven't had any real complaints.
I mean, the whole thing is, I don't find, you know, especially when Gabriel's back too, I don't find center back to be like our biggest need. Right. So let's go ahead and just keep working on some other people, you know, like, and leave those guys alone. Between them two and Gabby's back, and Luis. Yeah, occasionally we got to put in Luis. That's how I feel. Luis is 4th to me, but
I mean, yeah, they're all solid. Like you said, we're solid there. Yeah. We need to work on getting some athleticism in those holding midfield positions. Ceballos, I mean, that fool was running after somebody and he just looked hella slow. El Nini is slow as hell, and Saka is slow as hell. And at the same, I mean, El Nini, he'll run all game, but we need more athleticism in that position, you know?
I mean, I think the clear,
we got Partey, but you know.
Well, and I mean, if you want to bite the bullet, man, go ahead and put Maitland-Niles.
Maitland-Niles.
That's where he started. I swear, was in the midfield.
Maitland-Niles.
You know, he just got bumped out to the right back at one point in his career, and they just leave him out there now.
He kept filling in. You know, left back,
need somebody.
right back, left back, and he just kind of got stuck in that position. But yeah, he was more of a midfielder. That might be a good call because I think
Just athletic wise, like
he played there.
Even if he gets out of position, at least I know that tracking back, there's nobody faster that we got.
He played there in I think our last Europa League game. I think so.
Well, I thought they played him
because they played Cedric and him at the same time, and I think he was in the middle.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
And yeah, that's a good shot.
Well, they played him. Remember, he kept floating back and forth from there against Chelsea in the in that FA Cup.
Final, yeah.
He was on the wing, but then they started putting him like at the left defensive mid, and he was like making runs down the middle of the pitch and shit. And everybody praised him. He had such a great game against Chelsea, and
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all because I think that's the only thing that's really missing is athleticism. Somebody who can maybe win the ball back quicker and start a break, some sort of counter.
Yeah,
because like you said, when we do have an opportunity to get on a fast break or counter the team, and the ball goes to Xhaka, everything dies down. Let's regroup, pass it back, and start over. And I think what the Chelsea game showed me was that if we can pass the ball quicker and get movement and push the ball up pitch, we can create some chances. We can be a threat.
Sure.
Yeah. And we're just not doing that a lot right now with those two. El Nini's like, fuck that. I'm passing the ball sideways. I'm passing the ball back. Yeah. So
totally, man. I totally agree with that because it's just the pace of play is just so much slower with Xhaka on the pitch. El Nini also. I'm not as hard on El Nini as other people because I figured to me it's just we got two problems out there, and until we fix the first one, I don't care about the second one. So Xhaka's my first problem. I don't care if he scored a beautiful goal and he picks out 3 passes a game that are pretty nice. Like there's other things that he does. That play I was telling you when he was telling somebody pass it back when we could have went forward and just go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard to it's rough on me to say it's Xhaka's fault, except that he was so adamant about passing back. But 3 touches later, they stole the ball and took a shot on goal. Was like, dude, it's always back. But if the other team is already waiting for you to pass it back, that's why they press us so hard. Sometimes that's why these teams that are garbage and slow.
You can catch him on the ball. That's why they press us so hard.
Yes,
because there's no 1-2s with him because he's so slow. You could just anyway. Yeah, he
Hey, and one more thing about him.
Yeah, go ahead.
That I slapped my head about and was just like, geez, dude. He's such a strange person, dude. I'm not saying nothing, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Did you see him go and pick the guy up off the ground? The opposing team?
Nah, when? Was it the first half, second half?
It was second half, getting deep into the second half. Something happened on a corner, and then they were getting another corner. And the dude went down, maybe rough or hard or something. Mm-hmm. And Xhaka comes from behind him and scoops up underneath his arm. Not frantic, like, get your ass up. Like, let me help you, buddy. Let me help. And I'm just like, you're a different character that kind of I don't think I would like you on my team, dude.
He did. I did see that. And he grabbed his ass when he helped him up. I did see that. He grabbed a nice chunk. But
and he put his phone number right in his waist belt. He stuck his phone number in there.
He's a buster.
He's just a buster, dude.
He's a pretend tough guy.
Yep. That's why I was tripping how it's pretend tough that he chokes this guy when every game I'm the one who always calls him out for slapping the guy on the face and telling the opposing guy, hey, it's okay, buddy, it's okay,
Right.
You're a nice guy or a tough guy or what are you, dude? What is it?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what you do with him. He's a weird guy, when he's out there. Yeah,
I just say, like, with Arsenal's history,
I don't know.
with expired contracts and people like just leaving the club for nothing, you got to make a decision on these guys at a certain point before you get there. So for like some of these guys, that's right now, coming up in a few days.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you've decided that you will be moving on for them, you got to take an offer. If somebody makes you an offer, take it.
Whoever wants him, because I mean, you can find somebody that's going to do just as good as him. You know, it's
my point.
It's not a like, oh shit, we get rid of Xhaka, what do we do? You know, I mean, we got people on our team that can play just as good as Xhaka right now.
Put Lacazette back there.
It would be nice
where you need him.
It would be nice if he shot more and he was more aggressive and he can pass the ball forward, but he doesn't really do any of those things. So, yeah, like you said, I mean, if somebody wants to come in for him and take him off our hands, that's fine. We can. I'm sure we got a kid in the academy.
You know we do.
That can come in and do just as good as Xhaka. So, yeah, I'm with you. Bellerin, Xhaka, you know, and so on and so on.
And so on and so on.
What if somebody comes in and wants Aubameyang and is willing to pay $75 million for him?
Hey, for me, a big offer on Aubameyang, I would really be weighing it up. Like what else? I gotta take the money.
We're where we're at in the table. We're clearly rebuilding for the future.
Yes,
we've clearly made a commitment to Arteta to give him time. If somebody wants Aubameyang and is willing to pay, $70 million for him, you have to do that. You know, there's the kid Bellerin, who's itching to get a shot.
Oh yeah.
Laca looks like you got
Laca, him, and Nketiah. Just roll with it, man.
And if you want to bring in somebody else, you can spend some of that money on another striker, or maybe a striker a little higher up.
Diego Costa.
I mean,
look, hey, I'm saying, dude, this is all I got to say about that topic.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna swing in
for
79
free
crosses over 3 games,
yeah.
That's somebody that plays in the air. That's somebody that could put a head on the end of a fucking cross.
That's somebody who fights.
That's somebody that's going to bring some attitude.
That's somebody who's going to add to our red card tally. Yes. That's somebody. Yes. But the thing with Diego Costa is can Arteta's man, he can't handle, his man management. You know what I mean? He's already having problems now with people. Just imagine that guy comes in there and starts running the roost and with his chest all out, looking like the fool from.
It would blow up his scene that he runs a tight ship.
Right. Right. Exactly. Then you got Saka hanging out with Diego Costa, just ruining the youngsters. So we don't need
start showing up to gotcha.
We don't need any striker over 30 years old.
No. Matter of fact, Martinelli can play striker. So
we don't need anybody over 30 years old. We don't need an old guy to come in there and get $350,000 a week. We already got enough of those guys,
Right.
So but no, that's a good shout. I mean, it would be for free. Look at me. I'm thinking about it. But I mean, how like somebody said, I would rather give Bellerin a chance and finish 10th than sign Diego Costa and finish 7th. So that's a pretty good point. But we would finish 7th with Diego Costa. We would. He would get some goals. He'd get sent off. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
He just doesn't fit the team. So let's see. Before we get out of here, I tell you what, these games, they're
coming fast and furious. Huh?
We're just doing a podcast. Imagine playing,
Yeah. Listen to us. Man, I had a rough day out there today, man.
Woo, shit. But at least we won. It makes it easier. Now we Saturday we play West Brom, Big Sam. So
Okay.
that ought to be interesting. I mean, we can go on a nice little run, man. We can go on a nice little run, and the table's congested right now. I think we're 6 or 8 behind. Let me see the table. I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get.
We need to bring Guendouzi back, but that'll be a whole nother subject.
That's a good shout, because I was just saying we need a little more athleticism, a little more guile, a little more going forward aggressiveness, and
he'll pick a pass. He'll try at least. I know that.
That would be a great shot. And I didn't even think about it, but that's kind of who we're missing this year. That enthusiasm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When you have a bunch of kids that are playing together, they're the same age, there's an enthusiasm. Like we saw it against Chelsea. We saw a little bit of that today.
Mm-hmm.
Throw him in the mix. You know,
yeah.
maybe if he was here, you wouldn't play Saka, you play him next to El Nini. That'd be a little more, oomph in attack. So yeah, that's a good shout. And yeah, I mean, if we get rid of one of those guys,
yeah. I mean, he plays with an excitement. He plays with an energy that would definitely be good for this team right now. Shit.
Definitely.
When he looks up to pick that longer pass out, if he doesn't see it, he'll try to dribble around somebody. He'll run up the field. I mean, at least somebody would be doing something. Shit.
We're only 6 points behind Chelsea. We're in 13th. They're in 6th place.
Yeah. I mean, that was the other thing that's been kind of we were that far back, but we're not that far. We weren't that many points out. I mean,
well, I mean, we had 14 points. We just won 2 in a row, but
yeah.
So anyway, who knows? Maybe this could be the start of something fantastic. We got some easy games coming up.
Hey, we'll just take one at a time and enjoy
one at
them.
a time.
Good win, the Arsenal.
Great job by the Arsenal. I got nothing else. You got anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. Got my pizza dough resting. Pizza night.
You ready?
When the moon hits the sky,
what kind of
big pizza pie? That's amore.
What kind you gonna make?
I'm gonna make one pesto something, and then I think I'll probably make. My family likes the barbecue chicken.
I got you
with the bacon and all that, something like that. Probably.
All right. Sounds good. Are you making a real pesto sauce?
No, the Costco.
Okay.
Costco out of the jar.
I'm sorry to say, you've been eliminated. That's like the number one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Look. Wait a minute. This pesto tastes like it's from a jar.
Right. They always. You have been eliminated. Oh no! Please pack your knives.
Yeah. Whatever, Padma. Whatever.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.